Welcome to the Upper St. Clair Natatorium for tonight's sectional meet between the Peters Township Indians and your Upper St. Clair Panthers.
We will now start the diving. Round one. First diver is Cheyenne, performing dive number 201B, back dive pike. Quiet for the dive. Quiet for the dives, please. Judges awards, 5 1/2, 5 1/2, 6. Up next, Megan, performing dive 201A, back dive straight. Judges awards, 4 1/2, 3 1/2, 4. Up next, Sarah, performing dive 201C, back dive tuck. Judges awards, 3 1/2, 3, 3. Up next, Bailey, performing dive 201B, back dive pike. Judges awards, 5 1/2, 4 1/2, 4 1/2. Up next, Ryan, performing dive 201A, back dive straight. Judges awards, 4 1/2, 4, 4 1/2. Up next, Christian, performing dive 202C, back, 1 somersault tuck. Judges awards, 3 1/2, 2, 3. Up next, Cody, performing dive 201B, back dive pike. Judges awards, 5 1/2, 5 1/2, 4 1/2. Round 2, Cheyenne, performing dive 103B, forward 1 1/2 somersault pike. Judges awards, 6, 5 1/2, 5 1/2. Up next, Megan, performing dive 202A, back somersault straight. Judges awards, 5 1/2, bingo. Next is Sarah, performing dive 103B, forward 1.5 somersault pike. All 5 1/2s. Judges awards 5, 4 1/2, 4 1/2. Up next, Bailey performing dive 5221D, back somersault half tuck free. No, twist free. Dive 5221D, back somersault half twist free. Judges awards 5 1/2, 5, 5. Up next, Ryan performing 103B, forward 1.5 somersault pike. Judges awards 4, 3 1/2, 3 1/2. Up next, Christian performing 204C, back 2 somersault tuck. Should I say double? Should I say double? Is that what you said? Judges awards 2 1/2, bingo. Next up, Cody performing dive 203C, back 1.5 somersault tuck. Judges awards 5 1/2, 6, 4 1/2. Starting round number 3, Cheyenne performing dive 104C, forward double somersault tuck. Judges awards 4, 4 1/2, 4 1/2. Up next, Megan performing dive 5221D, back 1 somersault half twist free. Judges awards 5, 4 1/2, 5. Up next, Sarah performing dive 104C, forward double somersault tuck. Judges awards 2, 3, 2 1/2, 2 1/2. Up next, Bailey performing dive 203C, back 1.5 somersault tuck. Judges Awards, 5, 5, 4 and 1/2. Up next, Ryan, performing dive 202C, back, somersault, tuck. Judges Awards, 4, 3, 3 and 1/2. Up next, Christian, performing dive 401C, inward dive tuck. Judges Awards, 5 and 1/2, 5 and 1/2, 6. Up next, Cody, performing dive 303C, reverse 1.5 somersault tuck. Judges Awards, 5, 4, 5 and 1/2. Up next, Cheyenne, performing dive 202A, back somersault straight. Judges Awards, 6, 5, 6. Up next, Megan, performing dive 401B, inward dive pike. Judges Awards, 5, bingo. Up next, Sarah, performing dive 5121D, forward somersault, half twist. Judges Awards, 4 and 1/2, 3, 3 and 1/2. Up next, Bailey, performing dive 403C, inward 1.5 somersault tuck. Judges Awards, 4 and 1/2, 4, 4. Up next, Ryan, performing dive 301C, reverse dive tuck. Judges Awards, 3, 2 and 1/2, 4. Beginning round number 4, Christian, performing dive 403C, inward 1.5 tuck. Judges Awards, 4, 3, 4. Up next, Cody, performing dive 403C, inward 1.5 somersault tuck. Judges Awards, 6 1/2, 6 1/2, 5 1/2. Up next, Cheyenne, performing dive 5, 2-2-1D back, somersault, 1.5 twist. Five, 2-2-1D back, somersault, 1/2 twist. Okay. That started a new round. Judges Awards, 4 1/2, 5 1/2, 5 1/2. Up next, Megan, performing dive 103C, forward, 1.5 somersault tuck. Judges Awards, 4, 4, 3 1/2. Up next, Sarah, performing dive 302C, reverse, somersault, tuck. Judges Awards, 2 1/2, 1 1/2, 2. Up next, Bailey, performing dive 303C, reverse, 1.5 somersault tuck. Judges Awards, 5, 5 1/2, 5. Up next, Ryan, performing dive 302C, reverse, somersault, tuck. Judges Awards, 3 1/2, bingo. Up next, Christian, performing dive 302C, reverse, somersault, tuck. Judges Awards, 3 1/2, 2 1/2, 3. Up next, Cody, performing dive 404C, inward, double, somersault, tuck. This is a new round. Yeah, okay. Judges Awards, 3 1/2, 4 1/2, 3 1/2. Beginning the final round, Cheyenne, performing dive 403C, inward, 1.5 somersault tucks. Those are big boys. Those are big boys. What? Judges Awards, 3 1/2, 4, 3 1/2. Up next, Megan, performing dive 104C, forward, double somersault, tuck. Judges Awards, 1 1/2, 2, 2. Up next, Sarah performing dive 402C, inward somersault tuck. Judges awards 4, 5, 4 and 1/2. Up next, Bailey performing dive 104C, forward double somersault tuck. Yeah. Judges awards 5 and 1/2. 5, 5. Up next, Ryan performing dive 402C, inward somersault tuck. Judges awards 3 and 1/2, 3, 3 and 1/2. Up next, Christian performing dive 104C, forward double somersault tuck. Judges awards 5 and 1/2, 4, 5, 4 and 1/2. And our final dive is Cody, dive 105C, forward 2 and 1/2 somersault tuck. Judges awards 3 and 1/2, 4 and 1/2, 4 and 1/2. That concludes the diving portion of our event. There will be a brief warm-up as the pool is prepared.
Welcome to the Upper St. Clair Natatorium for tonight's swimming portion of the meet before the Upper St. Clair Panthers and the Peters Township Indians. The first event of the evening is the girls' 200-yard medley relay. For Peters Township, in lane 2, Michaela Casso, Lueva Palu-Benson, Hannah Gergerick, Julia Corton. In lane 5 for Peters, Bailey Grimm, Abby Strennan, Ava Shahadian, and Kristen Gergerick. And for your Upper St. Clair Panthers in lane 1, Karina Liu, Sophia Benoit, Mariah Kelly, and Carly Olsakowski. In lane 4 for your Upper St. Clair Panthers, Brittany Dudzinski, Megan Williams, Meg Haggerty, and Betsy Erlanger, Mr. Referee. Well, welcome back to the Upper St. Clair Natatorium, Kristen.
Looking forward to a good meet tonight, Chet.
Well, this should be a good one indeed. Section rivals, and it's always a tight meet when these guys get together. A whippeal cut on this event is 2 minutes, 3 seconds flat. And I don't think that there's going to be any problem with any of these teams getting that whippeal cut. Obviously, there's some very talented swimmers on both teams. I have not seen any of the Peters results this year, but obviously they have a nice program. But Brittany Dudzinski's, obviously my daughter, she started out very nicely this in the backstroke. Very nice 28 low, and it looks like we might have
looks
first
like
and second.
we're tied for second right now. The breaststrokers went into the water at the same time. So Megan Williams is keeping a slight lead right now over the rest of the field. But Lueva's catching her. She's pulling up for Peters. It's going to be up to the Flyers.
And always is a tight race, like I said. But I tell you what, Meg Haggerty has one of the top times in the Whippeal right now, if not the top time, so I don't think she's going to lose any ground.
No. And then with Betsy anchoring from the freestyle, I think that we should be good to go.
Well, and now the battle might be on for the third, and that is a...
So there are points for third, so that's an important place to get. It's 1 point.
Well, and some of these times, these meets do come down to 1 point.
Absolutely.
We'll take every point we can get. And yeah, we are going to take first and third unless there's a monumental problem here. Very nice swim. Very nice swim.
Yeah.
Event 2, the boys 200-yard medley relay. For Peters Township in lane 2, Dan Pletz, Christopher Bizard, Corey Kim, and Jason Lee. In lane 5, Adam Harsh, Tyler Phillips, Sebastian Yoka, and Ian O'Brien. For your Upper St. Clair Panthers in lane 1, Braden Wong, Avery Shue, Jake Johnson, and Marty Basic. In lane 4 for Upper St. Clair, Kevin Liu, Thomas Williams, Ryan Dudzinski, and Nate Novak. Mr. Referee. This promises to be one of the better events. Peters, although I see that they might have taken and stacked the threes as well, but these are some good swimmers they have on this relay.
Absolutely, some of their top boys.
Interestingly, I think this is the first time Kevin has been on the A relay for Upper St. Clair this year. He had an injury earlier in the year. He's a freshman, but a very nice backstroker.
Absolutely. I think this is only
his Whippeal cut in this event is 150.60.
I think this is only his second meet back. So.
Yeah, he had a broken wrist, and obviously Christopher Bizard is one of the best
strong
breaststrokers.
backstroker. But we just finished. Dan Pletz just had a nice backstroke leg too. This is going to be a good race.
Now we got Ryan coming up in the fly, and he right now has the top time in the Whippeals in the 100 fly. A little bit of a lead that he's going to have to overcome.
But still, it's a close race for second, third, and fourth.
Well, if anybody can do it, Ryan can, and he's already cut into that lead.
Yeah, it looks like he just caught him off the wall.
And it's going to come down as it always does.
To the freestyle.
Oh, he might even touch out.
Yeah, he caught him. Nice leg.
And it's going to be up to Nate Novak.
That was a great swim.
Let's see what they do on the turn. Oh, it is dead tight. It's coming down to the clock.
Wow.
Oh, we got him. We got him. What a nice comeback for Upper St. Clair.
Wow.
And how about the third place? It's going to come down to a tight one.
Oh, we got the third place as well.
First and third.
All right.
Upper St. Clair.
Is that, what's the record? Up?
Just off.
Nope,
well, that's
off.
the record is 138.04. That was just higher than the record. Event number 3, the girls 200-yard freestyle. For Peters Township in lane 2, Gabby Kroner. In lane 5, Anna O'Brien. For your Upper St. Clair Panthers, in lane 1, Megan Riley. And in lane 4, Victoria Schaefer, Mr. Referee. Wow. First and third, right out of the box. I don't know how the diving turned out. My guess would be that the Peters Township boys might have won that event. Just trying to keep track in my head.
I think you may be right, having scored it.
But that right out of the box to cut into that.
It's a nice confidence boost.
A whip-heel cut on this event is 204.50. Now, this is one of the full records that it's going to take an awesome swim.
That's a very fast pool record, a 152.
And I apologize. I think her first name is Merle Holman. I apologize if I have that correct. I know that she is one of the outstanding swimmers in Upper St. Clair history. A little bit before our time. Our kids were not quite, my oldest boy was born. So that's how long this record has been standing.
Well, 93, that's quite a record.
And we do have a tight race in the 200 freestyle. Looks like Gabby Kroner and Victoria Schaefer are going right at it.
And it looks like they came prepared. She's wearing her knee skin and she's ready to race.
Oh, I did not notice that until right now. That gives
Gabby.
an indication that they might just be going for times in some instances. Some kids will try to go for their good times within certain meets of the year. That's kind of an indication that might be the case. None of our kids, I don't believe, wore their lasers or tech suits.
I saw one girl from our club, and I think you're right. I think that it's trying to get the whip-heel cut.
Well, we'll see what Victoria has in the last 50. She has pulled ahead by about a half, well, not quite a half a body length.
Here's Gabby, looks like she's picking it up.
And we got the third place that's always important. And Victoria does look to me to be like she is pulling away just a little bit into
she
the wall.
flipped first. Yeah, she's got it. It looks like we took the first and third. Although Megan's giving her a good run for the money now at the end.
That's a nice last leg, nice back half for Meg. And we'll always take a first and third.
Absolutely.
Event 4 is the boys 200-yard freestyle for Peters Township in lane 2. Connor Martin, and in lane 5, Corey Kemp. For your Upper St. Clair Panthers in lane 1, Patrick Lurch, and in lane 4, Alex Hardwick, Mr. Referee. Well, Alex is somebody who has not done this event. This was a whip-heel event for him last year. He placed in whip-heels, but I can't remember him doing this event this year quite well. He's been doing the medley relay, usually the backstroke leg. We have Kevin who did that here. And I just can't remember if he's done a 200 yet, and if it's going to be a whip-heel event for him this year, and I do not know that. Certainly getting the time right now is a necessity to get that qualifying time.
Absolutely, so he has the option.
A whip-heel cut is 1:55 flat. Well, I know for Alex, a 1:55 is a warm-up swim for him. And Patrick, he's gaining a little bit of a niche as a mid-distance swimmer, and I think he might be doing the 500 later.
He is actually doing the 500.
He has a strong, long stroke that you can't teach. Well, you can try to teach it, but his.
And he's going to have a good race on his hands with is that Connor Martin. So that ought to push him.
Well, he's right next to him, and I don't know if that's by design, but it looks to me that Connor might be just a little stronger in the 200 than Corey Kemp, and Patrick being right next to him you're right. You put him next to the swimmer he's got to chase and take down.
It looks like they're both chasing Alex.
Patrick is having wonderful walls. I don't know if you've seen, I can't quite see the turn wall, but the start wall, he is having really nice walls, coming off long lean, and he's not breathing off that wall. And Alex is kicking it in. Look at him go.
And he's moving. He's got one more 50 to go. He's probably looking for the good whip-heel seed if this will be an event for him. And Patrick
that's
putting in
the race
quite a
right
race.
there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's going to come down to that last wall in the home stretch.
Did he catch him?
Looks like he's right behind. Yeah, looks like he's behind by about a half a body.
Yep. Alex had a nice race.
Well, once again, I'll take a first and a third. That is a whippeal cut for all 4 swimmers. Congratulations. Event number 5, the 200-yard IM for girls. The girls 200-yard individual medley. For Peters, in lane 2, Saoirse Palu-Benson. And in lane 5, Michaela Casso. For your Upper St. Clair Panthers, in lane 1, Meg Haggerty. And in lane 4, Megan Williams, Mr. Referee. Well, 1:43.9 in season during training for Alex. That's a strong swim.
I would say if he decides that he swims it at whippeals, that'll give him a good seed.
And that's less than a second off the pool record. One of these days, all my son's records are going to be down. That was Kyle's record, and it's good. Alex has taken too many of his records down.
It's got to be a little
Take it easy, Alex.
A little bit bittersweet for you there.
No, the reason that you put up with the best time and you get a pool record is for somebody to come along and beat it, and to have somebody that trained with Kyle and who is part of the legacy here, do it in Alex. That I'm sure Kyle couldn't be happier.
This is a nice race here between Saoirse and Meg Haggerty.
Absolutely.
See what happens.
A whippeal cut in this event is 2 minutes, 22.2 seconds.
Megan Williams is coming on strong in the backstroke as well, and I know Megan is a strong breaststroker, so...
And it's amazing how many times that this event does come down to the breaststroke, doesn't it?
Oh, it does, absolutely. And here she's pulling up.
Yeah, Saoirse's obviously got the whole package. But the M&M girls aren't going to go away. There we go. Look at that. What a nice turn by Megan Williams.
Absolutely.
Nice breaststroke start.
It'll be an interesting last 50. Saoirse's a distance swimmer.
And one of the good things about any of these events in individual fashion, they do score 3 places. 4, 3, and 1 is the numbers breakdown. Saoirse is one of their best swimmers, if not their best swimmer. And if we could win, if we have a nice leg here, or even come in second and third and saw her off, that's what high school swimming is all about, getting those points any way you can.
Yep, in the end, that's what counts. And it looks like she is going to take first, but we will take second and third. So, and as you said, by second and third, we negate her first. So that's a good thing.
Very nice swim by the girl. I think all these girls are going to get that whippeal cut. It's going to be tight at the end.
Nope, they all got it. You're correct.
Event 6, the boys 200-yard individual medley. For Peters in lane 2, Dan Pletz. In lane 5, Tyler Phillips. For your Upper St. Clair Panthers in lane 1, Christian Kelly. Lane 4, Ryan Dudzinski, Mr. Referee. Well, once again, they have one of their better swimmers in Dan Pletz here. And Ryan has been swimming all kind of different events this year, and this is one that he's taken up. Ooh, almost a false start in lane 5.
Did a slow start in lane 2 after that call.
Well, now Dan is, I think, known as a breaststroker. Ryan, flyer and backer, and that's where the rubber meets the road.
Yeah, he's got to get out in the lead here so he can hold it in the breaststroke.
A whippeal cut in this event is 2:11.50. And Ryan with his 23.77 split. Wow, that's a nice
50 flat.
A nice 50. And Christian has been swimming very well of late with the Oakland Catholic meet and the Central Catholic meet. He had a couple of really nice swims.
I think he got the whippeal cut in this at that meet. And Ryan's way out ahead. Let's see what he can do with the breaststroke.
Well, Ryan did get a whippeal cut in the breaststroke his last swim. I think that was When was the last meet? I'm trying to think. That was at.
It was last Thursday, Baldwin.
That's,
Here, or not Baldwin, I'm sorry, last Thursday against Trinity.
that's right.
Next Thursday's Baldwin.
And Ryan, I don't think he's going to give up the lead, and he's going for a time here.
That's good. He's got to know that Dan's a breaststroker, and he's got to really move it in order to stay ahead. So it's a good race.
He is taking it out.
It looks good.
And then you have to look at the pool record. That might not be quite within reach. And Christian is going to get us third place, again, barring some sort of catastrophe that I don't envision. I'll take a first and third in every single event.
Oh, absolutely. That's a nice race by Ryan.
Yeah, he's not going to have enough for the, he's just cruising it now. He's not going to have enough for the record, but a very nice swim. Smart that he's backed off. He's got more races coming up.
And he got the first, which is what we needed.
This is the last event before the break, is it not? Or do we end with the fly? Event number 7, the girls 50-yard freestyle for Peters Township. In lane 2, Hannah Gergerick, and in lane 5, Julia Corton. For Upper St. Clair, senior captain Betsy Erlanger in lane 1, senior captain Jessica Riley in lane 4, Mr. Referee. I am trying to remember, I think the fly is right after the break, is it not? I think this might be the last event before the break.
I think this is the last event before the break.
Looks like they might have a little trouble with the board,
Well,
but nothing that Charles can't fix. Thank you, Charles.
This is interesting. We were talking about records. The record for the 50 free is from 1980. That was back when we were in high school. I stand corrected.
A whippeal cut is 26:10.
And I'm sorry, that record was actually broken by Katie Ford when we swam at Lebanon.
She said to announce the 50
Now it looks we might be taking first and second.
Ooh,
What a nice
race,
swim by the girls. Nice swim, girls.
Oh, 24.88. That's a nice swim by Jessie Riley.
That's a whippeal cut.
So they're
Both cuts, absolutely.
Yeah, very nice swims.
This is what you love to hear too. Look at the excitement. Event 8, the boys 50-yard freestyle for Peters. In lane 2, Kyle Higgins. And in lane 5, Jason Lee. For your Upper St. Clair Panthers. In lane 1, Thomas Williams. And in lane 4, Nate Novak. Mr. Referee. I'm a little bit surprised Kyle is doing the 50. He's a great flyer, and also I think he did the 500 last year at Whitfields, if I'm not mistaken.
He is doing the fly as well. So
Looks like they might have to be switching out the board. It's flipping around a little bit, and there's little screws on top of the board that go into some openings. There's some a brace that's on the gutter there, and sometimes those screws just loosen up a little bit, especially when you got these swimmers coming into the wall as hard as they're taught to do. The 50 is not an event where you take it easy into the wall.
absolutely. In fact, you hear of swimmers who break their thumbs and jam their fingers as they come on in.
It happens. It certainly happens. Well, looks like we're ready to go. A Whippeal cut is 23.50. And once again, don't blink. This is the 50.
Looks like Kyle and Nate are neck and neck at this point. Kyle might be slightly ahead. I think he's got it. So we have 2-3.
2-3 again. We saw for one of their better swimmers, if not their best swimmer. And that's a take right there.
Not complaining over here.
The pool is now open for intermission. Upper St. Clair boys are leading 22-20. Upper St. Clair girls are leading 26-16. The boys are on the top. The boys are on the top. The bottom line. After the break, we're ready to start the second portion of tonight's swimming portion of tonight's sectional meet between Peters Township and Upper St. Clair. Event 9 is the girls 100-yard butterfly. For Peters Township, in lane 2, Saoirse Palu-Benson, and in lane 5, Gabby Kroner. For Upper St. Clair, in lane 1, Brittany Dudzinski, and in lane 4, Meg Haggerty, Mr. Referee. Well, this is an interesting one. Where
Oh, absolutely.
a lot of good swimmers in this race. Everyone is a good swimmer in this race.
They're all strong flyers.
A Whippeal cut in this event is 104.70.
Well, Brittany's in the lead at the turn.
Well, she's front halfing in this, and her walls have been very solid this year.
Oh, it looks. It's going to be a tight race.
Oh, that's no doubt about that.
Wow.
Brittany's wall was just a little bit short on that,
Yeah, but she
but
got
she
off.
did touch first, and she had a nice wall there.
Yeah, her breakout was good.
Very
She
nice
pulled ahead
wall.
on that breakout.
And look at Meg. She was behind going into that second turn, and she is turning it on. She's like the ever-ready bunny, if I can get that out right.
That's what you need to be in a 100 fly. You need to have the strength to finish it out.
And
It looks like it's going to be Brittany. And it looks like they may get 2-3.
Very nice swim by Brittany. I'll take that. Unfortunately, Meg didn't have her best swim, but she's done everything this year that could be asked of her.
Also, as you said, that was a very strong field.
Event number 12 is the boys 100-yard butterfly. For Peters Township, in lane 2, Kyle Higgins. In lane 5, Corey Kem. For Upper St. Clair, in lane 1, Jake Johnson. And in lane 4, Ryan Dudzinski, Mr. Referee. Kyle and Ryan going at it. This could be this is the two, if not the top two. Certainly near the top two of the top flyers in the Whippeal.
It's going to be an exciting race.
Ryan made it to the first wall
Yeah, he looks
a little bit ahead, and his walls have been very, very good this year.
Yeah, he's pulling. He's ahead at the 50 by a stroke.
22-6 in the turn. Jake Johnson touches third against Corey Kim.
Okay, let's see if Ryan can hold it for the second 50.
Well, I don't see a way that he loses this race, again, barring disaster.
I think
It
you're
looks
right.
like Jake had a
Looks like
nice
he's got
turn
it.
as well.
And Ryan's flying.
Wow, he is definitely flying. That's a sub 50. That is a great time.
Now, what was the pool record?
No,
No,
I don't
not
believe
fast
so.
enough.
Ray
No.
Toomey has that. 49-37 in season. That's a phenomenal swim.
But it's close to the high school team record held by Kyle.
Well, that one's going to be broken by his brother again soon too, huh?
What a swim.
Event 13, the girls 100-yard freestyle. For Peters Township, in lane 2, Hannah Gergerick, and in lane 5, Julia Corton. For your Upper St. Clair Panthers, in lane 1, Jessica Riley, and in lane 4, Victoria Schaefer, Mr. Referee. And all 4 of those swimmers certainly had whippeal times. That was a very nice swim by all of them. A whippeal cut is 57.2. And one thing that we have not talked about much is how the sectional race has been going back and forth between these teams. Peters Township boys won it last year because they beat Upper St. Clair at Upper St. Clair.
I remember that was an exciting meet.
2 years ago, it was the boys and the girls winning, but I didn't complete my thought. The girls did win sections last year, again, based upon the strength of their meet here against Peters. We've already beaten Mount Lebanon, and we do have an upcoming sectional meet in February against Bethel, which is looking to me like it might be for the section title if these swims keep going the way that they look. And certainly we got a long way to go, but I like the way that Upper St. Clair is swimming. They've come today to swim.
They certainly have, and they just took 1-2 in the 100 free. That's a nice swim by Victoria and Jessie.
And the girls' lead just keeps on growing.
Wow, 54 is not shabby for this time of year.
This time of
nice
year,
swim.
that's a great swim. Event 14, the boys 100-yard freestyle. In lane 2 for Peters Township, Chris Bizard, and in lane 5, C. Basioka. In lane 1 for Upper St. Clair, Nikki Narainen, and in lane 4, Alex Hardwick, Mr. Referee. Well, we've seen Alex with big swim after big swim this year. I tell you, great swim. We have a very good boys team, there's no doubt. But to have an Alex and a Ryan as 2 of the best swimmers in the whippeal, and I obviously I'm Ryan's father. Most people listening to this know that, but to be able to roll these guys out and have the other swimmers as strong as they are, this is a good team.
And as you said,
A whippeal cut in this event is 51.90.
as you pointed out earlier too, Ryan's been swimming some different events, and he's really been showing his strength across the board. And that's made it, I think, a stronger team.
Alex is definitely going to be making that first turn.
Oh, but
And now
Bizard
Nikki
too far.
has third too, and Nikki's right on Christopher's heels.
Chris
That one
Bizard
good-
is giving him a race. But I think Alex has it.
But I always watch that third place. Point here, a point there. That means a lot. And Nikki's going to get that third place if he finishes strong like he can.
Yep, looks
And
like he got
you
it.
take that first and third. Those points do rack up.
Yeah, it's 5 points to 3.
This is a reminder, noisemakers are not permitted. Thank you. Event 15, the girls 500-yard freestyle. For Peters Township, in lane 2, Lueva Palu Benson, and in lane 5, Kirsten Gergerick. For Upper St. Clair, in lane 1, Sophia Benoit. In lane 4, Megan Riley, Mr. Referee. Getting back to Alex's time of 46.99. Well, not quite his best of the year, I don't believe.
No, I think he had the record earlier at the Mount Lebanon meet.
But again, during training, and doing a sub 47, that's a strong free. One thing that he did not announce is that this is a signal lap event, which the PIAA officials are supposed to do.
Meaning that they will tell when the first swimmer approaches the last 50.
That's correct.
It will be pointed out.
You want to make an announcement?
How do we do it?
I got to push this button when you want to
Yep. Now is your last chance to buy any 50-50 tickets.
You want to talk to?
No.
Well, here we are getting back down to the swimming. They did make an announcement regarding the 50-50, and we got some. This is junior night. We forgot to, or Upper St. Clair Swim Club night. We forgot to mention that. We have dozens and dozens of the younger swimmers that really look up to these high school swimmers. The club swimming is always very important to the high school. Whether you're a club swimmer with Upper St. Clair or other clubs such as Twist.
Well, it's our
Upper
feeder
St. Clair,
system.
Upper St. Clair is not unlike any other of the very strong swim programs in Western Pennsylvania. You do need those young kids that just keep coming up, and obviously you have 3 children that are freshmen and under, so you know all about that right now.
Absolutely. And this is a terrific opportunity for them to see the excitement and see what high school swimming's all about. To get them excited for
and in dual
what's in their
meets, I mean,
future.
as a swim fan, let's face it, we love these meets, but it really isn't anything until you get to Whitfield as far as the emotion level. And don't get me wrong, this is a nice crowd. This is exciting, but it's just up a lot of notches when you get to Whitfield.
You know, I've heard great things, but as you said, I only have a freshman, so I'm looking forward to experiencing my first Whitfield.
And getting back again to the swimming, it looks like Saoirse is.
It's Lueva.
Oh, Lueva is in the lead, but we have her blanketed.
And you know, we're hanging. Our girls are right with her, so it's not her race by a long shot.
Let me know where you want to go.
The 50-50 raffle tickets are closed. You can't buy anymore.
Ladies and gentlemen home, do not adjust your set.
Now Megan's hanging, you know, Megan and Lueva and Sofia this is a very good race. And I would hesitate to call a winner at this point. They're, I think, at the 300, so they're at lap number 12. And Megan Riley is actually pulled into the lead, and Sophia Benoit is right with Lueva. So
This is the marathon of high school. You have to know what you want to accomplish. Some people like to take it out a little quicker than others. Some people like to come back strong at the back half. Some girls like to get the exact same split. And the goal is to pace yourself. You got to have enough for that last 100, or particularly that last 50, because that oftentimes is what it comes down to.
Well, and that can make it an exciting race, watching, not knowing how the girls are going to pace it. You don't know who's going to have something left in the last 100, who's going to be able to pull it out. But it looks right now like
Meg is, she's pulling 33s. She has a really nice pace going.
And as you pointed out, being consistent in this race is very helpful.
And she's going to have 100 left after this. And that's when your training takes over. And Meg has a really nice long stroke. She's not slowing down. Let's watch this split. Her last split was a 33.44. 33.88, 4/10 of a second. And Sophia just took a body length lead, and she had a wonderful wall on that last wall. And we're going to be down to the last 50. It's going to be a real nice race for second and third.
Well, it looks like Sophia's picked up her turnover too, so she's pulling out ahead of Lueva. So I think this could be a 1-2 for us.
Wow, very nice back half. So let's watch this split. 34.03, just went up a touch, but Lueva's 34, she just made up 300ths of a second. And then Sophia kicked it in nicely. It's coming down to this last 50, and wow, first and second in the 500. Real nice swims.
It is a very nice, and as you said, the lead shifted quite a bit.
A Whitfield cut is 5:35.5.
And I think the top three swimmers will get it.
Oh yeah, Little doubt about that. Very nice swims by these ladies.
Yep, 1-2 for Upper St. Clair.
Boy, what a nice swim.
Absolutely.
I can't remember that Meg did, if she may have done it this year. I don't remember. As one of the swimmers that has done this in the past, I don't know what her best time is, but that's a strong swim. And then Sophia.
Yeah. Very nice swim.
Now some of these girls, and I can't say for certain if that's true of Sophia or Meg Riley, if they had cuts or how fast their swims were. I bet that these might be best times of the year. They look like really nice swims. Event 16, the boys 500-yard freestyle. For Peters Township in lane 2, Dan Pletz, and in lane 5, Connor Martin. For Upper St. Clair in lane 1, Patrick Lersch. Lane 4, Robbie Weaver, Mr. Referee. Now, Robbie Weaver, last year, and maybe even the year, this last year, not only swam, but he was a diver. This year he's concentrating on swimming, and I see his stroke improving every single week.
This is how much you're going to win.
Might as well pull it now. Well, we have to have somebody pull the winner. Okay.
Okay, they're starting off the 500. Right now it's a close race, but it's hard to tell at the first 50. The Peters boys are in 1-2. Dan Pletz is out. But as Chet pointed out earlier, pacing and how you structure your race strategy is everything in this one. So we'll see what happens. Okay, at the first 100. Patrick's picking it up a little bit. He's started to catch up with Connor. But you really don't want to let the leader get too far out ahead of you in the 500. It can be tough to catch him up on the back half. And Patrick just flipped. He's now moved into second.
I got it. The winning 50-50 number, red ticket 0758674. 0758674. $61 is at the announcer's booth.
Okay, we're coming into the 200 right now, and it's a tight race between the two boys from Peters, Connor and Dan, and Patrick. So Patrick's starting to pull it out.
Well, one thing you can't give up at this late stage after getting a 6-point lead, and that's only a 6-point lead. That would dissolve if we don't take second here.
Absolutely.
That would go away quickly.
This is going to be a good race.
Well, Patrick.
I really think you should do it after.
Okay. The three boys are literally neck and neck. 28.66 to 28.68. So only hundredths are separating them at this point. They're coming in on the 300, so they'll have 8 laps to go when they flip down here at the start end.
Well, Patrick looks to be the stronger of the two St. Clair swimmers right now, and he's in a dogfight.
Yeah, he's got to see who has enough at the end to pull it out.
They had the exact same split on that 50.
You know, they were only separated by 2 100ths at the 200. So, or at the 250, sorry. So it's a very close race. So we're going to see who has enough left to sprint in at the end. It looks like Connor Martin has a slight lead.
Let's see what these splits are, because these guys are.
Wow.
How is the 2 times in a row the exact same 50 split?
They are. Oh, it really is going to come down to the very end.
I don't know that I've ever seen that. Yeah, it looks like.
All right, they're going to have 100 left when they flip down here.
And it does look like Dan.
No, it's Connor, Martin.
It looks like Dan's taken over second, but
Oh, you're right.
yeah.
Oh,
No, that's.
however, there's still 100 left, and Patrick looks like his turnovers picked well. I don't know. I don't think Patrick wants to let him go.
I just noticed something. Connor Martin's also going to be part of their their boys freestyle, which is right after this event.
He's got to get out and sprint. And we know his heart rate will be up. Yeah, the 2 Peters boys have a strong finish.
Yeah, this is the first time they're going to 1-2 us, and that's going to tie up the meet.
Well, that's what makes high school swimming exciting. As you said, those second and third places are really important.
I have a feeling it's going to come down to that last relay.
And you're right, we are in a tie for the boys right now.
Event 17, the girls 200-yard freestyle relay. For Peters Township in lane 2, Saoirse Palu Benson, Julia Corden, Hannah Gergerick, Gabi Kroner. In lane 5, Ava Shahadian, 2. Second is Loeva Palu Benson, Bailey Grimm, and Kirsten Gergerick. For your Upper St. Clair Panthers, in lane 1, Carolyn Novak, Lauren DeSantis, Megan Matheny, and Hannah Wilding. And in lane 4, Carly Olsakowski, Victoria Schaefer, Betsy Erlanger, Jessica Riley, Mr. Referee.
That's an old record. The high school team record is from 1998. That's a 15-year-old record.
This is one of the good events of the evening as well. Every relay, the girls really love swimming this event, as do the boys.
They're fun.
A Whippeal cut is 149.4.
Wow, and it's a good race.
And I think Carly was going for her cut in the 50 freestyle, and if I'm not mistaken, I think that she might. Let me go back and look for that 50 freestyle time.
I think Carolyn Novak was going for hers as well, and I think she got it because they're over there hugging her.
26:10. I bet that they both did, and that's great.
Yep.
And Upper St. Clair just took over. Well, no,
Nope.
close to first. And Betsy Erlanger's in the water, one of our senior captains, and she's got a great turnover. Look at her kick. She is for those that don't know Betsy, she is a runner, and she has some of the best turnover kick ratio that I have seen in a long time in high school swimming. Very nice split she's having here. She's going to give way to Jess Riley, another captain.
Yep, and she pulled us into first.
Yes, she did. A nice turnover. And she's got a nice leg. I don't see us losing this again, barring some sort of break that goes Peters' way.
Yep, I think this is a first and third.
Yeah, the girls are starting to build that lead, but the boys' relay now, it's a big one.
Nice swim.
Event 18, the boys 200-yard free relay. For Peters, in lane 2, Kyle Higgins, Jason Lee, Ian O'Brien, Connor Martin. In lane 5, Cameron Winterthaler, Joe Dunleavy, Troy Richard, Justin Kem. For Upper St. Clair in lane 1, Christian Kelly, Marty Basic, Jake Johnson, and Robbie Weaver. In lane 4, Alex Hardwick, Thomas Williams, Nick Narainen, and Nate Novak. Mr. Referee. This might set us up for the type of lead that we need, because
We can get a 1-2 here. That'd be really helpful.
I don't know about
Or
a
at least a 1-3.
love to have Alex in this. A whipfield cut is 138.5. Let's see who's taking it to the wall. That's a very tight race between Kyle and Alex. Looks like Alex is sprinting ahead.
Yeah, Alex is moving. He got it. Who do we have?
And Thomas Williams is in the water. He split a 22 low from what I remember earlier this season. Nick Narainen is going to be coming up third for us. Looks like Thomas is going to keep that lead.
Well, you know, the race here is for third. That's close. Right now, Peters is slightly ahead. And as you pointed out, that 1 point can make all the difference.
Well, as we see, we got a tied heat right now.
Yep.
Looks like.
So let's go, Jake.
It's going to be tight.
It's going to be, wow, they went at about the same time.
I think that's Jake Johnson.
4 100ths of a difference for third place right now.
I think Jake's already made the turn, and I like our chances for third right now. First and third with a tied meet. I'll take that. What a nice split. 22-4 for Dog Novak. A 129-34. Nice race, boys.
Yeah, and that third place is helpful.
Event 19, the girls 100-yard backstroke. For Peters in lane 2, Anna O'Brien. In lane 5, Michaela Casso. For Upper St. Clair, lane 1, Karina Liu. Lane 4, Brittany Dudzinski, senior captain. Mr. Referee. Well, every time you see the refs congregate like that, you think there might have been an early takeoff, but I overheard. I don't think that there was any false starts there.
That could make a big game changer at this point for the boys.
A whipfield cut is 101 flat. And this is a reminder, we have not yet had the 50-50 winner. The last 3 digits, 674, 674.
No, the whipfield cut's actually a 105.5.
I'm sorry,
That's
whipfield cut, 105.5, 105.5.
I was going to say, that is one heck of a whipfield cut at a 101.
This is the first mistake I've made all year, Kristen, isn't it?
It is.
Now, Karina's
having a nice race.
She's got a nice swim going on, too.
Absolutely. Right now, she's in second. So the girls are tough. So come on, Karina. See if she can hang in there for second.
Well, let's see what they have left at the wall. Coming into the wall, she's going to pull it off. Nice into the flag. Real nice. Event number 20, the boys 100-yard backstroke. For Peters, in lane 2, Adam Harsh. In lane 5, Sebastian Yoka. For Upper St. Clair, in lane 1, Braden Wong. In lane 4, Kevin Liu. Mr. Referee. kind of freshmen in this beat. We got Sebastian, I think, as a freshman for them. Braden, Kevin.
Yep, and Kevin.
And like we said earlier, Kevin, he's just come back from an injury, broken hand. And he, I tell you what, he is digging in hard. Kevin has a lot of good swims as an age grouper. He is an all-around swimmer, but back might be his best event. And look at Braden.
Yep.
What a nice split for Braden, who's done great this year in the backstroke. Boy, what a 1-2 finish from our freshman Fab. This would be.
Absolutely, and I'm sure Kevin's swimming hard because since he hasn't been competing, he needs to get his whippeal cuts now. He hasn't had the opportunity before.
This race is going to be
A nice 1-2.
first and second. Way to go, boys.
And that's helpful.
Wow. What a swim. That might be a 54 high. 55, I'll take a 55-4. What a nice swim. Thank you, Kevin, and thank you, Braden. Event number 21. Girls, 100-yard breaststroke. For Peters Township in lane 2. Lueva Paulu Benson in lane 5. Abby Strennan. For Upper St. Clair, lane 1. Delaney Burke. Lane 4, Megan Williams. Mr. Referee. Well,
That 1-2 was really helpful for our boys.
I'm not bright enough to do the calculations on what we have to do the rest of the way, but that is a huge, huge 1-2. And if you think about it, 2 freshmen, first time against Peters, coming out and just lighting it up.
Yep. Upper St. Clair does a good job of producing backstrokers. We do a good job of producing everything, but there's some strong backstrokers.
What is in this 5-lane pool? Getting back to the girls' breaststroke, Megan Williams looks like she has a slight lead over Lueva.
Yep.
And Delaney is right there too. She's gonna touch the wall third. A whippeal cut is 107 flat.
Lueva just had it.
Very nice.
Underwater it's made it a very tight race. Wow, it looks like they touched at about the same time. So it's going to be who has the strongest last 25.
Oh, I can't call it right now. Lueva might have a slight lead, but Megan is having a nice finish.
Oh, absolutely.
Wow.
I think Lueva might have it. Wow.
Yep, that doesn't get much closer than that. But we take the third place, and that helps saw that off.
Wow,
1/100th of a second. It just doesn't get any closer without being a tie. Event number 22, the boys, 100-yard breaststroke. For Peters in lane 2, Chris Bizard. And in lane 5, Tyler Phillips. For Upper St. Clair in lane 1, Avery Shue. Lane 4, Thomas Williams, Mr. Referee. I misspoke on the whippeal cut that last race. I gave out the boys' time. I apologize, everybody. I'll try to rectify that problem. That's the second mistake this year, Kristen.
I'm keeping a tally here, Chet.
Look at the smile on Delaney's face, too.
She had a good race. So 1:15 is a strong race.
Ladies and gentlemen, I misspoke. Event 21 had a whippeal cut of 1:13.90, and the first 2 finishers had that whippeal cut. This event has a whippeal cut of 107.
And here's another time that's another record that's held. Marty Moran, who swam in the early 80s, still holds the high school record.
Wow, look at Avery. He's having the swim of his season. Chris is one of the better breaststrokers in the whippeal, but Avery he came to swim today. Look at him go.
Oh, he's hanging in there.
Wow, he sure is. And Thomas in lane 4 is just a tick behind. But once again, we have a 10-point lead from the boys. Got one of their better swimmers, and if we could saw them off by having a second and third, that's what high school swimming is all about.
Hey,
Look at Thomas's back half.
Try to make it a first
What a
and
back
third.
half.
Wow.
Oh, another tight finish. What a nice back half by Thomas, huh?
Oh, absolutely. You know, if it had been a 200, he could have had it.
The penultimate event of the evening, event 23, the girls 400-yard freestyle relay. In lane 2, Michaela Casso, Gabby Kroner, Saoirse Paula Benson, Kirsten Gergerick. For Peters in lane 5, Afa Shahadian, Anna O'Brien, Bailey Grimm, Rebecca Mosier. And for your Upper St. Clair Panthers in lane 1, Betsy Erlanger, Megan Riley, Megan Matheny, Mariah Kelly. In lane 4 for Upper St. Clair, Jessica Riley, Victoria Schaefer, Carly Olsakowski, Brittany Dudzinski, Mr. Referee. Now, Upper St. Clair girls won this meet. They could be disqualified, lose first and second place, not take a third, and they will win this. I'm trying to now calculate what the boys have to accomplish
In order
to win. They have a 10-point lead. They basically have to get a finish. One of their teams doesn't disqualify, they win the event. So I don't know if I'm Dave, if you go to your B relay and say, guys, safe starts, let's get a point. And you go to your A relay and say, go for it. That's up to the coach. One thing I do see, and the camera isn't going to show it, I do see Dave talking with his swimmers, and I'd be surprised if he wasn't talking strategy in that regard. Meanwhile, back at the pool, right now with the girls, we have first and second in this relay. And in looking at the lineup, we do have some strong swimmers. Saoirse's now in the water for Peters, and that is one of their better swimmers, of course.
But we're holding pretty strong. Even our second relay
Oh, absolutely.
is giving her a run for her money. So
Yeah, that's Megan right now. Is that your daughter?
no, Megan, my daughter's up next actually, and
Okay.
I don't think
Oh,
is that Saoirse? That's Gavi Kroner, isn't it?
Oh, I'm sorry.
In the
Oh, they were
E-skin?
only the seconds. I lost track of the swimmers. Excuse me.
I
Yeah,
just-
that is Gabby, Victoria Schaefer, Anna O'Brien, and Meg Riley are in the water.
Yep, my Megan's actually up next, and she'll get to swim against Saoirse.
Carly Olsakowski's now going to be taking off, and she'll be against Saoirse.
This
And
is
once
still
again, we have first and second right now.
It's a tight race.
I like the way that Carly's digging in right now. She looks like she has a nice relaxed stroke. Heads down, didn't breathe off the turn.
Yep.
Very nice, very nice. Saoirse's picked up a little ground for Peters, but our second relay is right there.
This is an exciting race.
And Carly is having a nice split. She's going to give way to Brittany Dudzinski.
Yep, and it looks like Saoirse's pulled out into second. But I don't think anybody's going to catch Brittany at this point.
Well, I have to admit, I don't know Kirsten Gergerick. I'm sure she's being the fourth in the water, I'm sure she's one of their strong freestylers. It's going to be a big lead that she's going to have to make up, and I don't see that happen. No, that's not going to happen.
No,
If you
not in 100.
Nice turn from Brittany. And then we have the boys. We expected a tight meet, and they're not disappointing.
Well, that's why we come to high school meets, for the excitement.
And anybody who's not here is missing out.
Absolutely. But we have full stands, so definitely this is the hot event in Upper St. Clair tonight. Okay, looks Brittany held the lead, and looks like we took first and third.
I do see that we have a little bit of change in the lineup for Upper St. Clair. And the last event of the evening, event number 24, the boys 400-yard freestyle relay for Peters. In lane 2, Kyle Higgins, Dan Pletz, Connor Martin, Chris Bizard. In lane 5, Corey Kim, Ian O'Brien, Adam Harsh, Sebastian Yoka. For Upper St. Clair, in lane 1, Ryan Dudzinski, Patrick Lurch, Nikki Narayanan, Robbie Weaver. And in lane 4, Alex Hardwick, Nate Dog Novak, Christian Kelly, and Marty Basic, Mr. Referee. And I see what Dave did here. He's not holding back.
Looks like he's going to try to get 1-2.
And starting out, how about Ryan and Alex against Kyle Higgins? And Ryan's already made the turn.
Yeah, Ryan's a full body length ahead at the 50.
A 22:07 split.
It's hard to see.
Well, we
Where they
might
at?
block the view from the camera behind, but we can't see anything.
Yes, sorry.
Yeah, Ryan came out strong.
All right, Patrick.
And one thing I've noticed, slightly safe turns. They did not, what I would say, go for it in that, but
Well, as you
that's
pointed
smart
out,
right now.
yeah, they don't need any mistakes.
I didn't quite catch Ryan's split. It was 46 and a piece.
Well, it looks like Dave set it up. The relays are going to be pretty comparable. We're going to be racing each other.
Well, and again, one of these teams doesn't get DQ'd, we'll be fine.
We can all breathe a big sigh of relief.
Nikki and Christian are going to be in the water now. Patrick is going to give way to Nikki right now. And that was Dog Novak giving way to Chris Kelly. 8/100ths of a second, or excuse me, 8/10ths of a second. The difference for those boys. Nikki's turned into somewhat of a sprint-free expert for us.
The Peters team is starting to pick it up a little bit.
Well, again, they have good swimmers. Chris Bizard is coming up.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they can do anything at this
But
point, but
even if they do win, again, we had 2 evenly matched relays.
they'll make it a fun race. Wow, he pulled up. Now they're all 3 running in the water at the same time. So who do we-
Marty looks like he's having one heck of a race right now. He's digging in. Look at this.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to
Wow.
reclaim that 1-2.
Robbie and Marty are having
They're moving.
great splits.
Well, there's nothing like a relay to bring out the best in a swimmer.
And I'll point it out again. You know, Chris Bizard, he swam a lot of events tonight. He might be a little bit tired, but that's first and second against a section rival in the 400 relay. That's outstanding.
That was a great race.
Way to go, boys.
Nice swim.
I don't want to necessarily jinx us the rest of the way, but this will be a great way to go into the next meet for a section title for both teams.
Absolutely. It's going to make it for a very exciting meet against Bethel Park.
Excuse me, are those final times? Congratulations, both Peters and Upper St. Clair swimmers. The final score, the Upper St. Clair girls 69, the Peters Township girls 33. The Upper St. Clair boys 60, the Peters Township boys 42. Good night and drive safely. Well, Kristen, we're going to sign off another exciting event here at the Upper St. Clair Natatorium. I think Peters thought they, it might have been a little bit tighter, but our boys and girls rarely came to swim.
They did, and they took them on, and they swam hard till the end, and the score shows it.
Yep, and I think the last time we'll be televising is senior night on January 31st, so
I guess I will see you then, Chet.
we'll see you then. Signing off from the Upper St. Clair Natatorium, Kristen Mathaney and Chet Dudzinski. Good night.
Good night.